No, it's not the monsoon in India. It's crossing the border between Portugal and Spain on the last 100 kilometers of Camino Portuguese. Different Camino, different rhythm, different time zone, different food, but still the same Camino. And the most important, whenever the rain is pouring like this, you ask yourself the same question: did they pack enough? Or why my bag is so heavy? Today we're gonna discover this on this first day. Gee, let's walk. When I woke up that morning, I already knew I had to put my heavy duty gear to work. The rain was steady, determined. What a start of a day one of the last 100 kilometers, right? But at least I hadn't booked anything. That's the beauty of the Camino. I could wait for the storm to ease. I reorganized my gear again. Everything packed into the dry bag, so even in chaos I can find what I need. It doesn't look like much, right? But that's the thing, it's never about what's visible. For now, let's face the rain, because as the saying goes, if you can't beat it, make it your friend. Just outside the albergue I met a few pilgrims, and a few different rain strategies. Ponchos, rain pants, Gore-Tex boots. And then there was me, wearing Crocs. Yeah, I know, I look like a dad on holidays or a tired ER doctor, but hey, they worked. We crossed the bridge, rain still falling, and followed the river towards Tui, just 3 kilometers away. Tui may be small, but it's full of secrets. And out of 3 things I couldn't miss in the town, where the most pilgrims actually start, the first was the cathedral, 12th century, a powerful stamp, but more than that, a legend. They say there is a secret passageway underneath, even tunnels beneath the river, once used by the Queen's lover to cross into Portugal unseen. The second must visit San Telmo, the patron saint of Tui. His church looks like a ship, and on the rainy day like this, I figured it could be a blessing. San Telmo, like me, once was the pilgrim, so this was less like a visit a saint and more like a saying hi to a fellow traveler. And the third, and obviously the sweet fishes made of the almonds out of the convent of some mystical sisters. Cookies. Yep, hidden behind the doors of the fully enclosed monastery. There are only 10 nuns left, and they make an extraordinary sweet. But what even more extraordinary is how you get them. You have to slip your money in, ring the bell, and wait. You don't know if anything, cookies or change, will come back. But when the little door opened again, I smiled like a kid. Super. Thank you. Gracias. You can feel the power of blessing and each of them. Nice, crispy. And together with the empanada, which I got before, it's gonna be a perfect lunch just before leaving Tui. Is it your first Camino? Let us know in the comments. Where are you from and what are you carrying into this walk? By now, I've seen every type of rain. The soft mist that kisses, the downpour that soaks your soul, and the stubborn drizzle that just doesn't stop. But at the Ponte de Febres, the rain gear couldn't help. No gear could help. The whole area was flooded. pilgrims had to cross on the shaky branch laid over the streams. One by one, we helped each other, strangers becoming comrades, hands reaching out without hesitation. Who said the Camino Portuguese was easy? But maybe that's what makes it beautiful. The difficulty is where the fellowship begins.
Hey, good man.
Eventually the rain softened and I finally had the chance to lay out my gear. Welcome to the Caminotellers culinary show. No, not really. We're gonna figure out today what is actually important for the Camino Portuguese, if I actually manage to get away this poncho. We know the rain gear has already been a lifesaver, okay? So we have it here. And then together with the other parts, I have my trail running shoes, which today haven't been a great help, kind of. One of the things I'm gonna use now, especially because my feet are wet, I'm gonna use this Wangari lamb blister wool and just to wrap it around my toes and wick all the moisture and then simply make it nice and cozy. And then if you ask me what you have inside, obviously the cookies, obviously some bread, and then we have a bunch of toiletries. Not as many. The bag big looks big, but actually this bag has also helped me to take it to the shower and then simply keep it organized. I have some maps, which I personally like. Feather jacket. Then you ask me, why would you wear the feather jacket? And this is the first thing I'm gonna do when you come back to the albergue, especially after a rainy day like today. I'm gonna just dive into my feather jackets. There is a tupper, like a plastic container for food. Is it raining again? No, come on. This is the ebook, chocolate, just a gift from someone. Then journals, obviously. What would be the Camino without the journey within journal? Now in two languages, Spanish and English. And obviously two sizes, the big and the small. Hold on, I'll show you. The big and the small. So anyway, before it's raining, let me put it inside. And from there, we have our clothes. So inside of here, you see nice dry bag. Inside of this, I will find, what do I find? I do it here and make, anyway, let's do it. Trousers, long trousers, Patagonia. Underwear and socks, okay? Organized there. It doesn't seem like, but it does. And other trousers, long trousers, just like that. Ta-da! I like them because they're versatile. They can be a pajama, they can be something else. This is, I have here two of the long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, technical. One is the sun hoodie and the yoga belt, just for good for stretching after a day like this. I'm proud of myself. Every time we're actually improving. But still, that's heavy. Why is it so heavy? Layers, rain gear, dry bags, trusty socks, all the physical things I carry. But here's the truth. Even with the ultralight pack, I still felt heavy. And that weight wasn't on the shoulders, it was inside them. No one talks enough about that part of packing. The doubts, the grief, the invisible questions we carry from home. Sometimes your shoulders ache not from gear, but from everything you haven't processed yet. And the Camino, it has a way of showing you what you've packed without realizing it. Not everything can be prepared for, and not everything that weighs you down is in your backpack. Maybe this was the first real lesson, one I will carry for a while. And during the last part of the day, we took the complementary path. the detour, not the extra routes. Not because we had to, but because we could. And on the Camino, the detours often hold the most meaning.
It's 5:45. We on Porino. But we're not on the busy side, the roadside, but rather in the forests and the riverside, which not many people know about. What a shame. But anyway, if you hear this noise, this is the Camino calling. If you're curious, if you're intrigued, interested about Camino Portuguese, there's the good news because the next year we organize in the walking retreats our Camino de Caminotellers style with like-minded small group of unique people. And you know what? We're gonna discover this Camino from the angle that you never even imagined. Like this path next to the river when everyone goes next to the roads. We're not only about walking, we're rather about walking inwards. So you can expect a lot of really good vibes on this walking retreat. There is a link in the description, a waiting list. Just sign down, put your name, and wait for our call. The next year adventure is just around the corner. If you want to be a part of it, let us know.
We finished the day in Oporino, no reservation, just a bed waiting in the municipal albergue. Proof that sometimes the Camino really does provide a warm, cozy village, a chance to rest, and the quiet knowledge that now the final 100 kilometers had truly begun. And in the next episode, goats. A green so loud it felt like a choir, and how the rain that annoyed me ended up saving me. And if you're wondering what to bring, check out my Camino packing list or Erica's. We've tried everything, especially in the rain.